In this video, you are going to learn more about the importance of progress monitoring in your child's dyslexia remediation journey. Several elements enter into a therapeutic environment, and many of those are related to data. At Dyslexia On Demand, data is a cornerstone element of all the work that we do with children. If we didn't have access to this data, how would we individualize our dyslexia therapy with the students we work for? How would we make it prescriptive? Dyslexia is not a cookie-cutter diagnosis, and there's a lot of variability in every student we work with. In a past video I made, I explained the difference in norm reference testing and how we incorporate this testing, or in other words, formal testing and progress monitoring, into our work with students in order to best individualize dyslexia therapy for them. Today I'd like to speak to informal data collection for progress monitoring of students. Even though this type of data is not norm referenced, it provides an equally important piece of the data collection pie. Informal data collection is something that our therapists include in their weekly work with students. This level of progress monitoring should be an incorporated part of any therapeutic dyslexia environment, either in private practice or when students are working with teachers or therapists in a public school setting. And this is to ensure students are showing growth as an effect of their therapy. Just like we take our children to the pediatrician for well checks and track their growth for healthy development, we also need to address academic growth during intensive instruction to ensure progress is being made. Progress monitoring can come in many forms, but at its core, it's data collection to quantitatively determine how well a child is responding to the intervention that you're providing them. As dyslexia therapists, we're trying to assess elements such as how well a student is able to apply and generalize concepts that we've previously taught to both reading and spelling, determine how much instruction has impacted their fluency rates, or how well the net impact is helping apply towards their overall comprehension. In theory, we do not want to move too far forward in a systematic structured literacy approach unless a student has shown strong proficiency, if not mastery, in the previous concepts. So regular progress monitoring checks are essential. These checkpoints allow for more targeted intervention and foundational concepts to provide a strong scaffold for more advanced reading skills. Before beginning dyslexia intervention, a plan for progress monitoring should be articulated. This includes capturing an accurate baseline of the student's current mastered skills and the areas of deficiency to craft an individualized plan on instruction. Additionally, regular intervals and relevant progress monitoring tools should be planned for use throughout the student's intervention to show continued growth and to continue to guide the therapist through the student's therapeutic journey. A final evaluation should be conducted as well to ensure that the student has mastered language concepts before dismissal from the therapeutic environment, or have a continued plan for addressing areas of weakness. Using these pieces of progress monitoring puzzle, we can see the whole picture of the dyslexic child. In order to effectively progress monitor, we also need to set goals specifically related to the individual's learning profile in order to know if they're moving toward their goal. Since it applies as a more widespread example, let's use IEP goals as a relatable example. This concept can also be applied into private practice. IEP goals are individualized goals, and that are part of every child's individualized education plan. So it would make sense to define exactly how we're going to progress monitor the individualized goal the teacher creates for that year. For example, if we're going to determine that a student is going to accurately decode 18 out of 20 CVCE words for the year, we should already know what 20 CVCE words that they're going to be tested on when we set that goal. I feel that it's important that you ask the teacher at the IEP meeting which exact measure he or she plans to use in order to guide and measure whether growth is being achieved versus just creating a very generic goal with no progress monitoring tools defined. Moreover, the data collected from that progress monitoring tool provides directions to the next step for continued growth. If a teacher or therapist is using an evidence-based curriculum, oftentimes these progress monitoring tools already exist. If not, some progress monitoring tools that I prefer for dyslexia are the Quick Phonics Screener, originally created by Jan Hasbrook, the Core Screener, or even Dibbles. All of these include measurements of a student's ability to apply explicitly taught concepts to a generalized reading skill. When you work with Dyslexia on Demand, you can trust that our expertise, individualization, and therapeutic programming set us apart. Our expert CALTs keep a steady eye on student progress through qualitative feedback and quantitative progress monitoring to provide tailored instruction to each child's needs. All of our norm reference dyslexia determinations and progress monitors are completed by a testing professional who is both a diagnostician and a certified academic language therapist. This ensures that we have a dyslexia expert eye completing all evaluations, gauging growth, and providing specific and effective recommendations for students' instruction according to skill. Please visit us at dyslexiaondemand.com to schedule a personal meeting with me to learn more about how we can change the life of your child. Please like and follow for more educational videos such as this one.